Hello and welcome back everybody to another episode of A Slice of Fried Gold. The weather's here, the summer is here, and we are here.
Guns out, bingo wings out.
Exactly.
Well, sun's out, bingo wings out, sorry.
Well, sun's out, bingo wings and twig arms are out.
Yeah.
Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you subscribe, please. We really do need it. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. My name's Paddy.
I'm Ben.
And Ben, how are you?
I'm well, because as you know, I'm on annual leave. Hurrah!
Whoa!
I had to put some people in their places.
Yep.
Because, some people were like, oh, going on annual leave. And I was like, yeah, this is my first annual leave since October. It's for the, for the people watching this in 5-10 years' time, they won't be, but
Yeah.
that was, October was what? 8 months ago? 9 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Leave me alone. And I've just picked the perfect moment, because as you said, the weather's good.
Yeah.
It's been raining non-stop, and then the week I've gone on annual leave, it's like, oh.
It's lovely.
So that's a good point. On the downside, though,
right.
of course, we at work, we can see the volume of work coming,
Yeah.
and there was quite a large volume of work for this week, and I was sitting there going like, they're gonna have to deal with this all without me. Mustache 12.
Yes.
My last day, I was checking the ETAs, and everything was going back for when I'm back, and I was like, no, stop it.
That's so unfortunate.
And it's just kind of like, of course, it would be my luck that everything. We'll wait for you. Just come back. Don't come in. So that was that. I want to have a little quick moan about the Monday pub quiz I go to.
Yes.
So last Monday we went to the pub quiz.
Yes.
And guess what the theme was?
The Wombles.
No.
No.
Gen Z themed.
Oh God.
And the reason I want to complain is because I didn't realise how fucking old I was. Until I did this fucking quiz.
Yeah.
I also want to complain.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's written the quiz, but
Yeah.
we need to have words. Because one of the questions
Yeah.
was, what is the Gen Z term for someone who is unapologetically themselves?
I don't know. What is it?
Authentic.
That's just
authentic.
That's
This is
just
not
the
a term.
That is the term for the words.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Okay.
were the whole table, all of us, were getting so irate. That's it's not a saying. That's just the words. That's literally the dictionary definition. Well,
Well, yeah. It basically is.
Yeah.
It is the dictionary definition.
and it was just like, "Ugh."
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was.
Yeah, no, that's understandable though.
And it's like, one, I'm old, I'm getting all these wrong, and two, Gen Z have no inspiration of their own. Honestly,
Yeah, no, they don't.
they have hi Gen Z viewers,
if you are there.
if you're there, you have nothing of your own. But I remember I saw this article the other day, and it was Gen Z are discovering 90s music, and it's like discovering it makes it sound like it went missing.
Well, yeah, it's like it was fossilized. They
Yeah.
just dug it up.
Oh my god, we found this. It's like, you haven't. It was there all along.
I've been listening to it for years.
So there was that.
Yeah.
And also, I have a question for you, Paddy.
Okay.
The fuck have you been doing?
With what? Life?
Yes.
Why?
The
What do
fuck have you been doing? So when I clean this car, for the viewers who can't see, car's lovely and clean. I cleaned it on my annual leave.
Yeah.
The amount of shit in the footwell of the passenger's side, there was more gravel on that side than there is on my side, and I'm in the car every time I drive it.
Yeah, but you know why?
What the fuck have you been doing?
I walk more than you do.
Well, that's just rude. That's fat phobic.
I walk the streets. I pound the streets,
You
man.
whore.
I take them streets and I walk all over them.
Is that DeLorean? Possibly.
Yeah, no,
But yeah.
I walk the roads. I take the trains. I take the buses.
The
So my
amount-
trainers get dirty.
The amount of shit that was in the passenger footwell, I was like, the fuck has Paddy been doing?
Well, it's not just me in this car.
It's mostly you.
Once a week.
Still, it's more than most people.
Whatever.
But yeah, so there's that.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Sweat your hands on the steering. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to say.
Were you not going to bring up the thing?
Remind me.
It's your birthday in a few days, Ben. You're going to be 31. I mean, by the time this goes out, it was his birthday already. But Ben will be 31 on Saturday, and today is Wednesday. Woo!
I mean, okay, so birthday, work, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So work make a big thing about special birthdays.
Okay.
I assumed I was going to get a big thing last year.
Yeah, for the 30th.
No, apparently 30 is not a special birthday.
That's ridiculous. Of course it is.
Yeah, their idea of a special birthday is 21 and then 35.
Why is 35 one?
I don't know.
Because 40 is the next big one.
Yeah, surely it should be every 10 years. Like 21, granted I get that. So you skip 20 and do 21 because 21 means you're officially an adult everywhere.
Yeah. You can go to Vegas.
You can
put
do,
it all on black.
You can do all that shit. But surely after that it's every 10 years. It's 30, 40, 50, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then if you're still at work at 75, then it goes every 5 years. Surely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, thankfully I have another 4 years.
I mean, if you're still at work at 75, it should be every year.
Yeah.
Still going strong.
But yes, it will be my birthday soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I swear I said to you, I want to bring this up in the podcast, and I can't remember what it was now. I said it to you.
It was definitely pub quiz.
Pub quiz?
Yeah. I can't remember what else you were.
Never mind. Paddy, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm tired. Work's been really busy. And it's been quite an expensive week because the washing machine died and I had to get a new washing machine.
What happened?
There was a loose part inside. For those who know, they know. But there was a loose part. But yeah, new washing machine. But it means it's one of those cool ones that makes lots of new noises and tunes. So I've been sitting there being a DJ with some buttons.
Sure you
trying to learn them all and like play with them. It's quite fun. It's been quite entertaining. It plays a really annoying tune when it ends.
Wait, is it a Samsung?
Yeah.
I know the tune because I have a Samsung as well.
The tune when it's like finished, it's just like
That one, yeah.
It's just like, what is this? I do not need this. The annoying thing as well is, right?
Yeah.
Is that you can put it on silence mode so it doesn't play the tune when it ends.
Yes.
But it doesn't silence anything else. It only silences the tune.
What else would you want it to silence?
Well, when I get in from work at like 11 o'clock at night,
yeah,
and the other half is asleep,
yeah,
I don't want the machine to make any noise. Do you see what I mean?
It's not going to silence the actual machine itself.
No.
They have huge drums that go...
Actually, it's a very quiet one.
Yeah.
But no, I'm talking about like when you turn the dial and press the buttons.
Right.
It still makes...
Yeah.
So it's just like, if you want a silence mode, it should have like silence everything. It even says in the instructions manuals, like, to silence the end tune, press the buttons. This will not silence anything else. And it's just because obviously it's just like, deal with it, people.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Question for you.
Yes.
Because of course I've got an older Samsung.
Yes.
The door won't unlock until the tune's over. Can you access your stuff whilst the tune is still playing?
I haven't tried that.
Okay, fair enough.
Tune in next week to find out if Paddy can open the door.
Because that, with my Samsung, that annoys me to high heaven. Like, if I'm already in the kitchen and it starts going, I'm there and I'm like, give me my stuff!
Yeah.
And it's like, ba-da, ba-ba, ba-da. And I'm like, I know, you finished, I'm here.
Yeah, no.
Granted, it's better, if I'm in the living room playing video games and I hear it, I'm like, okay, I've got time to pause, walk to the kitchen, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the kitchen already, I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Give me my stuff.
But it was almost like the slightly annoying thing about my old one is it didn't make any noise at all.
Yeah,
so if you were just like, and like you said, if you were engrossed in a video game and you didn't hear the spin cycle finish, you were like playing, and then you're like, oh shit, it's been sitting there for like 25 minutes.
You suddenly go, it's really quiet. Oh wait,
where's the background noise gone in the building? But yeah, other than that, we haven't had any problem customers, or I have no witty tales or tales to amuse, I'm afraid.
Shame.
Unless you can remember what you've...
No, I'll probably remember on the drive home after I've dropped you off. Standard
As you
things.
always do. As you always do. So, shall we get into the play or musical? We can't really talk about the cinema.
No.
So, we've been to the theatre.
Ben and Paddy went to the theatre.
The theatre. We went to see Wicked.
Yep.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
I went first last time.
You did. Wicked. It's a musical.
It's a musical.
I enjoyed it. You know. I don't know what to say about it. Very well acted. Very well sung. The plot twist could be seen a mile off. Obs. But then again, it's an old story, you know.
Yeah,
so back then, plot twists weren't as big a thing, like trope in the books. You know, considering what I'm referencing Inspector Calls. Can you remember doing that in English?
Wow, yeah.
And you know, the big sort of twist ending is the inspector didn't exist, and it's all blah blah blah. You know,
spoiler alert, people.
But of course, you know, back then that was like a.
Yeah.
But now we're like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
He never existed. Cool.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen Sixth Sense.
Yeah. We see dead people too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the plot twist was seen a mile off. The staging was really good. The actual technical side of it was really good. For me, like, this was borderline for me because I categorically say that musicals where it's just song, I don't like.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, Les Mis, cough, cough.
Yeah.
If you ever try and take me to that, I will murder you.
Oh, I don't want to see it. I watched the movie, that was enough for me.
Yeah, I need that 3 hours of my life back as well.
Yeah.
This was... Oh, it was borderline.
Yeah, it was for me as well. It was like...
there needs to be a bit more speech for my liking.
But then we're very straight theatrical.
Yes.
As opposed to musical.
That we are.
So...
but yeah, so it was borderline. Yeah. And yeah, I like you, thought what was the end of Act 1 was the end of the whole musical.
Well, yeah, I was like, oh, there's more.
I was like, so yeah, when the song that everyone knows, considering, did you see the guy who dressed up as Batman and did it on Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, this is at the end of Act 1. I thought this would be the final hurrah.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows it. It's the song from the musical. So when that was at the end of Act 1, I was like, oh, there's more to go.
Yeah.
And I couldn't quite see how they were going to end it, but they ended it quite well.
Yeah, I thought it was clever.
But yeah, if you get a chance, go see it. And, you know, do what we did. They do a daily dozen on their matinee shows where they keep 12 tickets and just sell them for really cheap. That's what we did.
Yeah.
We got relatively good seats.
Yeah.
You know, we were quite close to the front, but we were sort of off to the side. That was like the only sort of meh.
Yeah.
But
there's a couple of bits we missed.
A couple of bits on the side we missed. And also I think where we were, sometimes you couldn't hear their singing over the speakers of the music.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
You know, and sometimes it's like, what are you saying, love?
Yeah.
Speak up! I can't hear you! But also, they're all mic'd up. Shouldn't their voices come through the speakers as well? That's what confused me.
Well, I was going to bring this up. I was going to bring that up because I felt I'm gonna interrupt and give you my thoughts because I thought at the beginning, I thought the singing wasn't as good. I feel like they were very. I thought a couple of people were flat actually.
Yeah.
But I didn't know whether or not that was because of what you said. I felt like we had the sound speaker coming blasting through.
Yeah.
And then maybe the voice was coming through a different speaker. We just happened to have a sound one blasting in our face.
Yeah.
Because there was times where it was a big musical number and you could hear that they were belting it, but the music was overpowering.
Yeah.
And that detracted for me. I struggled with bits like that.
Yeah. But overall, even for someone who's sort of it was borderline the kind of musical I struggle with, I would recommend go watch it. Go spend your pennies. It's only on. Well, currently it's only on until June next year, so you've only got a year left to go see it.
Yeah.
If you haven't, Paddy, your thoughts?
I enjoyed this. Apart from that song, I knew nothing about this play.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was obviously Wizard of Oz. I didn't realise like you said, like that song I assume was the end. I never thought it would have been like the end of the first act. I feel like that song is the bigger ending compared to the actual ending.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the more of the journey that I would want to have seen. I would have wanted to have seen more of her at school and all that kind of thing and learning, which I feel like we'll probably get in the film.
Maybe.
When the film comes to that. Also, another reason why we see this is to compare it to the film when that comes out.
So when the film comes out, we'll be like, this is not as good as the musical, or this is better than the musical. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. Just like dancing, choreography was very, very good.
Mm-hmm. I just want to quickly interject. Those costumes from the Emerald City, I was sitting there going, when are they going to do the time warp?
There was a couple of them I thought as well. But what I was going to say actually about the costumes is, wow.
Oh yeah, they were brilliant.
They were phenomenal costumes.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for the Emerald City one. A couple of the ladies that had like the very long, tight dresses.
Yeah.
And basically their whole dance moves were just moving their arms around because they just physically could only walk. They couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
But the costume design was absolutely phenomenal for me.
Mm.
I thought it was so clever. And then obviously the stage production of it, how the stage moved and everything, and obviously that big final number and how they do that behind the scenes, I think is incredible. It's obviously got a lot of money put into it. It's not obviously a small budget one.
Well, this has been going on for years.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So.
But I mean, the fact that it's still going strong, it's still one of the most popular ones there is.
Yeah.
I think it was very, very good. I do think, I think it was like I said, it was probably more technical issues I had the problem with, as opposed to that.
Yeah, I would be interested to see if it was just where we were sat that we were being affected. Like, if we could go back in time and sit in a different spot, like, would we still have those same issues where we couldn't hear what they were saying and everything?
I wouldn't even say that. I would just be like, if we then went to see it, because obviously we saw the matinee.
Yes.
I'd be interested to then go tonight at the 7:30.
Yeah.
And then have like the prime seats in the centre, the most expensive ones, and see if there is that quality of difference.
Yeah.
Because they say that's the same with like the cinema, isn't it? The best seats are the central ones and everything, because that's the best way to get the sound and all that. So I would be more inclined to see it again to see if the sound was different from that point of view.
Yeah.
But again, like, I think everybody did a great job. I think it was just like, I mean, there's limitations for what they can do. It's not like a CGI thing. Like the monkey's wings were obviously, it was slightly comical because of the way he was having to do it. But
it was when he pulled them and they came out. I was like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
And then like he climbed up and like one of the wings went meh.
And then he had to
I was
pull
like,
it again.
oh
Oh dear. But I mean, it is at the end of the day, it is a stage play.
Yeah.
It's like no different to going to see Lion King.
Yeah.
And they've just got and they're doing puppetry.
Yeah.
It's no different. It's just puppets. So, but even then, like the masks for the monkeys were so clever. I thought it was very, very well designed. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, like you said, like we were talking about when we left, the first act has to be longer than the second.
100%.
Because I felt like the first act just kept on going and going and going until we got to there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, because like you said, I thought that was the final song. I was like, did I miss the interval? Like, what's going on here? But you know.
Also, this is not like how the performance was. Like the performance was great, but was it me or the story in the second half in after the interval?
Yeah.
It
was rushed.
It was rushed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Considering, there's characters who start off as humans and get slowly turned into the characters that then appear in Wizard of Oz. Spoiler.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, hang on a minute. You've got it that Dorothy's already in Oz and they're still human? I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go like that. Man.
No.
I thought, oh, okay, well, this is the big musical number of the first half.
Yeah.
So the second half is going to be her, and then it's going to end with Dorothy landing in Oz.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was then going to be like, well, this is happening when you're watching Dorothy here, and this is what's going on there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, like, right. But, I mean, it was clever, the way that they integrated the story into that.
Yeah. I also, because normally, I'm not a big fan of stories that go back and give the villain a more, empathetic backstory.
Yeah.
But I was kind of okay with this.
Yeah, I think it was better.
Because not only did they give the villain of Wizard of Oz a more empathetic backstory, but they then gave Glinda, the Good Witch, a more of a complicated backstory as well. And I liked that. Not only does the Wicked Witch of the West learn stuff in this, but the Good Witch of the North learns stuff as well. I'm so proud I'm remembering all the terms.
all the directions of which one's in what.
Because actually, thinking about that, you never meet the Witch of the South. Is there a Witch of the South? Because Dorothy lands on the Wicked Witch of the East.
Yes.
The green one is the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah. Well, I think there is a South one.
There's got to be, but we never see them.
I think, like you said, they're either in a prequel book or a later on book.
Because it's like, it's like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
There's 7 wizards or something like that, and we only ever see in the films, we only see Saruman and Gandalf.
Yeah.
But then in The Hobbit, they did bring us Radagast.
Yeah.
But yeah. I saw something about Lord of the Rings the other day. I can't remember what.
Well, the second season for The Rings of Power is coming out.
Maybe it was that.
And they're going to be doing the new movie of Andy Serkis. I think Andy Serkis is going to direct it, but they're doing another Lord of the Rings movie, which is the Hunt for Gollum storyline.
The Hunt for Gollum?
Yeah, so basically it's Aragorn's journey on trying to find Gollum when they before Frodo. I think it's almost like an in-between The Hobbit and the first one.
Okay.
So when Gollum gets
or is
kidnapped, and he does the old Shire
Baggins.
Yeah.
It's
it's Aragorn's hunt to find him, but to almost rescue him from there.
Okay.
I think that's the storyline of it.
Interesting.
So, I think it's an in-between book that was written by his son or something.
Well, yeah, because he never even finished the Silmarillion.
No. So I think it was done by his son or something, maybe. Or it's like a fanfic. So
fair.
Because they did that. Did you see the Gollum game?
Yes.
Well, I think that game is basically very loosely based on the Hunt of Gollum.
Right.
And then that movie is almost like that kind of game.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's where they're going for.
Yeah, so, that was a bad game.
It was awful. I didn't even play it.
No, neither did I.
I just saw the trailer and a couple of clips of it on TikTok, and I was just like, no, thank you.
It was when the graphics were from 15, 16 years ago.
I know, they were so bad. So bad.
Back to Wicked, though.
Yeah, and speaking of TikTok, I didn't know that song was from Wicked.
Which one?
The one that they were singing when she was trying to glam her up.
Oh, Popular.
Yeah, I didn't know that was this.
Right, okay.
I didn't know that was from this play, and I was like, wow, now I feel old because I was just thinking, oh, this is that TikTok song. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know fucking literature. I don't know proper music.
Yeah.
So
See, now, because I didn't perform this myself, but in high school, when we were putting on the school play or whatever.
Yeah.
Was it high school or was it sixth form? When I did Macbeth, were you there when I did Macbeth? Or was that sixth form? Had you gone by that point?
I can't remember. I feel like that must have been high school.
Then why didn't you do it?
I don't know. I don't think I could commit to the rehearsal times after school.
Fair enough.
Because of I used to have to pick my sister up.
Fair enough.
I feel like that's probably what it was.
But yeah, so do it. The high school play.
Yeah.
Half the group who joined the group wanted to do a straight play. Half the group wanted to do musicals.
Yeah.
And so the teacher, smart lady, I will give her this.
Yeah.
Good old Miss Bennett. Until she had the breakdown.
We don't get into that.
She did half. Where the fuck is this sun now taking me?
Don't know. Oh, it's taking you off here.
Well,
no, it's not this turning.
No, well, it looked like it was this turning.
It's the next one.
Yeah.
It's taking you through hardly.
Oh no, it's changed its mind now.
It was.
Bear with us, callers. Why does it take me through hardly? Anyway,
it's the quicker route from this way.
fair enough. Surely going through Burgot would have been quicker.
Not necessarily. It depends. It's probably bringing you out work side as opposed to
maybe
jet garage side.
Yeah. Anyway,
there you go. Now you all know. You all know the routes.
Back to the story.
Yes.
So half the group wanted to do a straight play. Half the group wanted to do a musical.
Yep.
So what she did is she did like a condensed Macbeth.
Yeah.
Like heavily condensed. Like we did the whole story of Macbeth in about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we had an interval, and then we did songs from musicals that were sort of based on magic.
Yeah.
And Popular was one of the ones that two girls did. And because I'd never heard of it before until then. And then I was like, oh, this is from Wicked. Okay. And so, yeah, and then...
I obviously blanked that half out of my mind because I don't remember that bit.
Well, I wasn't in the musical bit, so probably like, oh, I've watched Ben do his play bit. I can go now.
I probably did do that. I feel like that's what I did.
Maybe because HP was in the musical bit.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
No.
Yeah, so it can't have been sixth form. It had to be year 10 or 11.
Why, was HP not in sixth form?
No, I don't think so.
No, she wasn't.
No, she did hairdressing.
No, childcare.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it must have been high school.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So... I knew where that was from. Apart from that and Defying Gravity, never heard of a single other song from
God,
Wicked.
No. I was just I couldn't even sing along. I was just trying to pay attention to the story.
Yeah.
So, but I think I do. It was a solid play.
Yeah.
I think everybody, I mean, considering the amount of school kids that were there as well, they were loving life.
Oh, of course they were.
So,
I mean, apart from being taken to see Avenue Q, I don't think I was ever taken to the theatre for a school trip. I would have loved that.
I don't think there was ever an option.
No, because we were only taken to see Avenue Q when we were in sixth form.
Yeah. So,
which you missed out because that was a brilliant play.
Yeah,
that was fantastic. That was.
But I do feel like all those school kids are obviously London school kids.
100%.
It's so easy to just hop over because when I lived in London, or lived just on the outside of London, we used to have school trips into London.
Yeah.
We, because it was just so easy. We used to go to the Natural History Museum, Science Museum, all that kind of thing. It was so convenient.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's a theatre in Ipswich. Why, when we were in school in Felixstowe, why were we never taken to the theatre in Ipswich?
There's never anything good on.
No, that's true.
Well, apart from the pantomimes, but then they always get so booked out so much.
I mean, considering we were supposed to be a specialist arts school.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the argument as well.
And
we should have had more things like that.
Yeah. We weren't. We didn't get that.
No.
And
And now the school doesn't exist.
The hall still does. The lower school hall still exists.
Just that.
Just that, yes. We're now one of those people who can say, "Oh, school doesn't exist anymore."
We're so old. It died. They
knocked it down, but I don't know, because they're building all those estates, and I don't know if the new school that they built is going to be able to take all those new...
Oh, mate, it can't already. Half the kids go to Saxe London.
This is true.
It's ridiculous, that school. I told Mr. Salter, said that school wouldn't work. Where are you now, Salter? You had to leave because you couldn't do it.
Oh, I told him the same as well. Because that was the thing. They called us it.
Yeah.
They called us into the school hall and they did a presentation to us, trying to sell us on the idea of this super school. And I remember just sitting there going,
it's not going to work.
Well, one, it's not going to work, but two, we ain't going to be here when this super school exists. Why are you trying to sell it to us?
Because they're expecting us to live there for the next 30 years and send our kids there.
Yeah.
Not knowing that you weren't going to have kids.
Everyone else was going to move.
Yeah, you should have just raised your hand. I'm never having kids. Can I leave, please?
Because even Mr. Corley, the head teacher, even he was like, no, I don't like it. And he left when Deben went, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was a good head teacher.
He was.
Yeah.
Better than Mr. Ring.
Oh, he was useless.
Mr. Ring was more concerned about your uniform than anything.
And then when he announced that he was leaving, he didn't give a shit. No. He did not give a shit about uniform, no nothing. He just let it be.
But yeah, my one thing with Wicked that I couldn't wrap my head around is they're in a universe where talking animals are a thing.
Yes.
And yet a woman with green skin is horrifying. And it's like, but you have talking animals. How is a woman with green skin terrifying?
I know.
You know, but
I get that. I just I feel like it's what they're trying to say is like the talking animals is a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like there are multiple of them. Like the one person with green skin is not.
Yeah. No, I get that, but still, the reaction from everyone else is like, surely they would they react like that?
Yeah.
Or would they just be like, yeah, cool. The talking goat says it's fine, so it's fine.
Whatever Goaty McGoatson says.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because even that's how it started. Is you reveal the baby, and it's like, oh, it's green, and then
that was a weird scene. That scene, I was sitting there going, what have we put ourselves into?
But then,
I couldn't get my head around
the ram doctor thing was like, here you go. And when the dad was like, no, and the ram doctor was like, no, here you go.
And I was just like, what's going on? And then I was just like, I was not expecting like a green baby. I was just like, I don't know what I was expecting. I was like, it's maybe like a bundle of like blankets.
With what, like a green leg sticking out?
Or like that maybe. Or like a hand, or you could just see the face.
Yeah.
But the whole naked green baby, I was just like, what is going on?
Spoiler, if you go see Wicked, there's a naked green baby doll.
It's just like, I feel like most people know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I mean, it was just like, I was dumbfounded at that moment. I couldn't comprehend the scene.
It was when, like, they were doing the whole sort of like passionate love, and then they went into like the full on fake birthing scene. I was like, oh shit, they're actually doing this in front of kids.
I know. They were like, they're rolling through this story quick. I was just like, I know we need our protagonist, but jeez.
Yeah. But and then where did she get the belly from? Because like she had a corset, unless it was underneath the corset.
Yeah.
Because she had a corset on. Then the bed appeared. Yeah. She jumped on the bed and like suddenly she had a belly. I was like, what the fuck did that come from?
I saw the fact that she got. I don't know. It must have been from your angle because she was obviously on that side, maybe. But she turned around and was like, and then suddenly had a thing. So I don't know if there was like an inflatable thing that she just pressed.
That, or it was like it was behind her and she just swiveled it round.
Maybe it might have just been on a string in between the legs. Oh, but that was.
But yeah, I just sort of blinked and then suddenly she had a belly. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, that was something else. So, But basically, kids, don't do drugs, otherwise your babies turn out green.
Mm.
That's the moral of the story.
Don't do drugs and don't have an affair. Or your baby will be green.
Yeah. That'd be something.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Could you?
But it's obviously the drugs that's made it green, because then I was sitting there going, well, if it was because she's an affair baby, surely there'd be loads of green babies everywhere. That would be like the obvious thing of, oh, they're an affair baby, they're green.
Because I bet the daddy slept around.
Probably.
He did that.
But, it's like in Game of Thrones where all the bastards are named like Snow and da-da-da-da. You know, if it was that they were...
Can you imagine if they're all colour coordinated?
What?
Just like, oh, which one did you have? Oh, well, she's clearly a blue baby. You did blue drugs.
I mean, the drugs are green, so maybe it is colour coordinated to the drugs.
God, that would be funny.
You know, but yeah, I'm trying to think what else to say.
I don't think there is. I feel like we've summed it up. We've given our opinions on it. I know that we still have a little bit of time to the house.
We have,
but we could do final thoughts on the road.
Or the compartment of topics.
Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of time.
A little bit of time. Yeah, unfortunately, the lay-by I pulled into was just a little bit too far away.
Ah, well, is what it is. Da-da-da. First memory of each other.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Do you need to think? Shall I go first?
You can go first.
My first memory of you is we were standing outside Orwell High School, and it was kind of you go demon, don't you? Yeah, you go demon. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, and start like listening to all these people.
Yeah.
Sure. Should we walk together? Like, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah,
and that is literally my first memory of it. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
See, mine is very, very, very different.
Oh, go on.
I don't know if you remember this.
Probably not, but go on. I'm excited.
Do you remember when Mr. Nichols did the roller skating?
Yes.
My first memory of you is me going around on the... Because I had inlines.
Right.
And I remember you, like...
I would have had inlines as well.
Yeah. But my first memory of you is you going past me and go, you should stand on your inlines higher because otherwise you'll hurt your ankles.
Oh.
That was the first memory I have of you.
Oh, cute.
Is the fact that you tried... And this is the sum up of our relationship, people, is that Ben was telling me what to do. Nothing has changed.
I'm quite good at that.
So...
Well, it's also some of a relationship of I'm trying to make it that you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, there's that as well. That's the other underlying story.
You know,
is that
like,
Paddy is fucking himself over again.
You know, it's like even today I was like, you need to go see chiropractor, mate.
I know. And then you just stormed off down the fucking tube, and I was like, I've been sitting for 2.5 hours. My knees have seized up.
I'm just used to walking that speed with you, because that's the speed we used to walk.
I know, but my knees can't take it anymore.
There's no shame in you saying, Ben, slow down.
I couldn't. You're already running.
Gone.
I got pinned by a slow walker.
Kinky.
And then that was it. You stormed off.
I love that's your first memory of me.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, I love it. I mean, I remember that skating night.
Yeah.
But what I remember more is me thinking, oh, I'll be the fastest person on inlines there, and then TT just blowing me out of the water.
Yeah, well, he was basically a professional at that time.
Yeah.
So
agreed. Alright, bear with us, viewers.
As we reverse.
Let me just get out of the road. We won't be long, so I'll just stop this car.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Right.
Final thoughts?
Annual leave. Be lovely when the good weather's good.
And happy birthday, Ben!
Yeah, happy birthday, mate. Woo.
London be Londoning.
London be Londoning.
Wicked.
Be wicked.
Wicked be wicked. Pull wicked.
Yeah.
The jungle is massive.
Paddy's washing machine broke.
Yeah, it did. He now has a very musical new one.
Yeah. What was my thing? Oh yeah, you walk through gravel apparently. All the time.
Gravel, all the time. It's because I pound them streets.
Wow.
And Gen Zs apparently can't think for themselves because they just use the dictionary for their terms.
I'm trying to think. There was another one which was like the same thing.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh, that's it. What is the Gen Z term for something that's cute and sort of heartwarming?
Oh God, what is it then?
Wholesome. It's the word.
Wholesome is the fucking word.
It's not a Gen Z term. That's just the word.
That is just the word for the thing.
Gen Z have no inspiration apparently. If these are true Gen Z terms,
Yeah.
Gen Z has no inspiration.
They do not.
Fight
That's
me.
true.
If you're Gen Z and you're getting offended, fight me.
Let's
I'll be
do
on the
it.
corner at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Fight me.
I'll meet you on lunch break outside the gates. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, if you've liked this video, please like this video. If you comment down below, have you been to see Wicked? Have you been to London? Are you a Gen Zer? Do you want to fight Ben? Let us know. Or you can email us at sliceofriedgoldpod@gmail.com. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, we'll see you in the next week.
Bye,
Cheers.
guys.
Bye-bye.